Well, it is a little more interesting. That's where I came in, all the way over there where the light is. And it's a pretty typical crawl space. Not much to see. But there's a problem. They got an unwanted visitor. First indication, see these leaves? There's no reason for leaves to be in a crawl space. Unless the ground vents are wide open, which they're not. So, and then as you can see, all this mess. What this is they have an unwanted guest. And the guest, by my guesstimation, the possum. There's possum poop there, 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 there. I mean, it's just everywhere. So, I'll see if they want me to help them with this situation. There's not a lot I can do for this. I'll try and put up back what I can if they want me to help them out, but it's not the worst I've seen, at least. It's pretty good. So here we are at our possum job. I'm talking quietly because it's early in the morning, and I was correct. That's what we have here. Little possum. And this is the trap set up, and when I reset it, I'll show you how I did that. But that's a little sucker that was sliding in there. Alright, here we are at the possum job, and I'm going to show you, like I promised, how to set up that trap. Now, got my trap and my bait. I'm using an apple this time. Yeah, you can try different things. Typically like marshmallows and cat food and dry cat food. Sometimes I'll use wet if I got a real stubborn animal, but it doesn't really matter as long as the animal's taking to it. I'm going to try the apples. If not, I'll rebait with cat food in the morning. So this is where the possum was getting in. My shadow's covering it. You see that little slide area there where the cement's all clean. It was all dirty over here, all dirty over there. And surprisingly enough, he's able to slip under that. There's also these fork areas that he could go in. So as long as they can get up underneath there, they can get in. And this is a common entry point I find for possums. Usually they'll dig underneath that area, the doghouse. This is the doghouse. And they'll dig underneath that. But this one hasn't done that. It's probably just going through the forks or skimping underneath there. Now I caught the one, and the one wound up to be a male. I did check that out. So I'm not really kind of expecting much more to go on here. If it was a female, I'd probably be figuring on a couple of males knocking around her or coming to see what she's up to scenario. But I don't think that's the case. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. It's going to be broken up because I have to physically do it and then film it. So bear with me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the trap. Pretty cut and dry, right? Now I'm setting it next to that because I think they've been sliding out that. But they may be coming out the forks down this end. Or where the forklift would go in. That's what I'm referring to. You got to make sure the trap is level and that it's got room to work. So I'll level it, I'll test it, I'll make sure the trip's working, I'll chop up the apple. It's a little bit in the front, a little more in the middle, pay off at the end. When they get far enough and they step on the pan, which is that metal piece in the middle there, that's when the door closes behind them. Caught alive as you saw in the other video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and set this up, show you the bait all in it, and then I'm going to show you how to camouflage. Okay? So now I've taken this trap, and I actually use the trap to do the leveling. Kind of scrape it back and forth on the ground to get it nice and level. So it's nice and level. And I'll test the trap. I can probably videotape that for you. Alright, so I'm going to take my knife. I'm just going to, like I walked right on this. Step on it, door closes. Knocked my bait in further, I'll have to get that out. So, can't really show you how to do this part because it requires two hands, but let me get the door back open. Reset. Ready to go. Now I'm just going to camouflage it a little bit, and you don't have to go crazy with this. I do this kind of more so for wandering eyes of neighbors and stuff than I really do for the animals. They don't seem to care that much. But sometimes you'll get, now that we're talking about possums, but sometimes you'll get, you know, what they call trap shy raccoons and stuff like that, and you'll want to do this to hide it. As you can see, that's not crazy camouflage, but it's just a little hidden so that from obvious far away it looks like just some type of shrub. And so that's the set for today. We'll come back and check it tomorrow, but like I said, with a male being here and a little male at that, I'm not really expecting nothing else, but there might be, so stay tuned.